started. So maybe a week and a day. And so that's the plan.
So
And
we are in
I
the
already see
correct time to speak
coming
about
in.
it. Yeah.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah. Say again.
I telling you that we are in the correct time to speak about that.
Oh yeah. This is the best time. Right now is the best time because it's about to happen. There's nothing worse than telling people all the details weeks before, and then when you get close to mint, they're like, I don't remember. Do you know how many things I read between now and when you told me?
Like absolutely
So
everything. Okay.
yeah,
That's maybe personal. My doubt that I remember everything you mentioned, but I think most of people do not. So Scotty,
yeah. If I'm going to be fully honest, even the team sometimes we forget or get confused and have to go back and look at the document to be sure. Wait, is this phase? Who's in this phase? What? Like it's normal because it's uh it's a different mint experience than what we're used to. Because it's interchain, you're going to have more fields to choose from. You're going to have more settings to choose. So,
absolutely agree with that. Scotty, let's start. But before we start, I want to repeat you everything we had already with Ark Protocol. I think you know how our AMA sessions works. That you will just make a sentence like 3-5 minutes. After that, I will translate it into Russian because here are a lot of people Russian speaking, and we want them to be involved. And please don't keep it as an interview. It will be presentation, just step by step. Explain everything about mint of passports, what are you building, and remember that we already know what it is, Ark Protocol. We had a session with you and Mr. T. So what have you made from that last 2 months or 3 months? We will speak mostly about that thing. Is that
very
clear?
good.
Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing.
very good. Very good. And I'll say a few things and I'll pause and let you translate. And Paruski.
По-русски. So I just translated everything we spoke about in English. Maybe some people missed that. That you will speak, I will make a notes and translate. Also, that everything is recorded, and if someone not hear it today, can start video and watch the recording. Okay.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So, most people here probably already know that we have the mint coming up, of course, and that this is going to be the first mint on Cosmos. Cosmos has no NFTs, but we're going to be bringing NFTs to the Cosmos, and we're basically the first movers over there. Now, the mint itself is going to be broken up into three main mints. Let me let you explain all that first. This flow chart will be posted in our server today. It should be in the server. For now, I'm going to use it to explain the mint phases. So basically, we have the early access pass. We call it the EAP. This early access pass is going to give you guaranteed access to the passport, which is the next mint. But the first mint is the early access pass. Okay. So, what does the early access pass give you? Really, the early access pass is two things that's important to the minter. The first is it gives you guaranteed access to the passport. That's important. Not everybody's going to have guaranteed access. It also gives you a discounted price during the passport mint. And the most important is the early access pass gives you the opportunity to upgrade the Pioneer trait on your passport, but you have to buy it during the early access pass mint. The early access pass mint is going to be broken into four different phases. The first one is our contributors for the AEZ grant, and that's anybody who basically contributed in round 4 and 5 and provided us the information in our server according to the announcements. Now, the people who did this contribution have the opportunity to mint either a Genesis passport or pay $5 and get the Pioneer passport. But you're getting the passport later. This EAP, early access pass, is what gets you into the passport. So if you are a contributor, it's very important that you mint your early access pass. It's very important that you mint this, or else you will not be able to join the mint phases relating to your contribution.
So contributors will be in the first phase, second, third, and fourth. Explain us.
Okay, so
Mhm.
somebody asked, Kilka asked, why so complicated? And I'll explain why. Okay. Ark Protocol has built a launch pad that is different from anything you've seen before. Because we can mint on multiple chains, it makes the mint platform more complex. So, in order for Ark to showcase all of the cool features and abilities of this platform, we've broken it up into different phases to be able to showcase what it can do. Some of you minters and retail holders may not care about the extra features as much as maybe creators and developers, because your goal is maybe just to mint and hold NFTs and buy and sell NFTs. But we want to make sure that we're showcasing these features to everyone, especially to the people who are very interested. So hopefully that answers Kilka's question as to why we're doing it this way.
We've answered
Okay.
that question. Yes.
Very good, very good. And Dr. Off has also been helping answer these questions and writing what I'm saying. So thank you. Spasibo. All right. The next phase after the contributors phase is done, we're going to move to the community free mint. Now, this community free mint is all the communities that we gave free mints to give away. It's like 20 per community that we gave them to. They raffled them or did a giveaway or did a competition and gave away these mints to their community. That's going to be this phase. Now, the AEZ phase and the community phase is very limited. There's only a couple hundred people here, a couple hundred people there. It's not a lot. It's not a big amount, but the community will have the same opportunity to upgrade. They can choose, do I want to pay and get the Pioneer, or do I want to not pay extra, but I want to still get the Genesis passport? Okay, and just to clarify, for those of you probably wondering, what's the difference between the Pioneer and the Genesis? What's the difference? Okay, the Pioneer is one step up, is one level up. When Ark Protocol is going to have perks and benefits to give the community, Pioneer is going to get more benefits. Also, if you notice, oh, it doesn't say it here, but if you look over here, there's XP. This is something we're introducing in the passport. And when you finally do get your passport in the next mint phase, because first is early access mint, and when that's done, we're going to go right to the passport. So if you see anybody who pays the extra to get the Pioneer passport, they will get higher XP. If you get the Genesis, you get a lower XP. The same for the community. If you pay the extra for the Pioneer, you're going to get more XP than if you just get the Genesis. And in the future, when we give out any kind of perks and benefits, Pioneer is going to get more than Genesis. So for me, I think to get the Pioneer for a few dollars, for me, I'm going to do it. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, for $5, yeah, definitely get the better trade, but it's up to you. You do not have to. So when the community goes to mint, you see it's on all chains except Juno. I should have mentioned that the contributors is all on Neutron. If you're a contributor, you're going to mint your early access pass on Neutron. But when you go to the community, if you're part of the community mint phase and you won a free mint for the community, you're going to mint it on one of the 6 chains, depending on what community you got your mint from. So you're
Now,
going to be minting.
So before you continue, I have 2 questions. First question, it is total supply of final passports, because it's look like they can be infinite, if I'm not sure. And second question, it is, well, answer first one, and after that I will continue.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick, hold on one second. I'm trying to find something here. Okay, here it is.
Yeah. And second question, are that passports transferable? Because if I decided to get that contributors, for example, on Neutron, if it's able to get it as a gift, for example, that type of passport, or buy it on marketplace because I want to get more XP, well, it was my second question.
Okay, so first question, supply, and then I'm gonna have you repeat the second question. But first question, supply. The passport is going to be 10,721 supply. Okay. Now, how does that break down? First of all, the early access pass is 5,721. So that means there's 5,000 extra passports in addition to early access pass, which means that the later, like public mint, should still have availability for passports. Now, you said passports are unlimited, and that is correct, but what kind of passport? So you have three kinds of passport. Okay, the three kinds of passports is Pioneer, Genesis, and then much later will be a community passport. But the community passport is not listed here because that's after all of this happens. Eventually, there will be a community passport. Now, what's the difference? Pioneer, most benefits. Genesis, second most benefits. The community, no benefits, just utility.
So, and my
Okay.
second question was about is that type of passports are transferable? If, for example, I can buy that contributor's passport from someone on Neutron because I want to get 20 XP as I see here on your graph, or it's just per a wallet and I cannot sell it, I cannot transfer it to another person.
So to answer that question, yes, it's transferable. It'll be sellable, and you'll be able to hold your passport on any chain. The only restriction really is how many you can mint. It's one per wallet.
And as I know, if I can have only one passport minted, if I buy several above that, I can have on one wallet, I don't know, 6 passports. It's not a problem if I want to sell it for someone, for example.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. It's just the minting is limited. So the minting is one per wallet, but later you'll be able to do whatever you want. It's yours.
Okay, that's fine. Let's get back to your structure. After that, I will ask additional questions. Please continue.
Yeah. So it's very important that everyone understand that right now, the biggest focus is on the EAP, the Early Access Pass, because this has to be done before we go to the passport mint. So just remember that when you're asking your questions, and remember that when you're thinking about everything, because it's very easy to get confused.
So,
Okay.
before my questions, you've ended to the collections free mint, and I think from that step you can continue.
Yeah. So we talked about the contributors. We talked about the communities that got raffled out mints. Now let's talk about the collector's free mint. Okay. If you hold an NFT from one of our specific collections that we've given access, what you need to do is you need to first make sure you unstake it. Understand that when you stake an NFT, you're not holding the NFT. And the launchpad is going to look in the wallet that you're using to mint, and it's going to look to see if you have an NFT from an approved collection. And if you do, then you can mint this phase. This phase is over allocated. That means that if everyone who has an NFT goes in here, it will mint out because there's more here than the supply. That's the supply. There's more collection amount than the supply. So this phase right here, we expect to mint out. Now, again, same thing in this phase. You have the option to upgrade to Pioneer, or you have the option to not spend the $5 and just get the Genesis. Okay. Once you have the early access pass in your wallet, just like your collector's NFT gives you access to this mint, the early access pass will give you access to the passport mint. Without your early access pass, you won't be able to access the passport until public. I want you to tell them one more thing real quick about the unstake. Two things about the unstake. First, some of the collections takes a 1 week to unstake. So if you have an NFT that you want to use for mint, unstake right away. Okay, that's one. And two, because it's one per wallet, I already know we have people separating their NFTs into many wallets so that they can try to mint as many as they can. And you're allowed to do that too.
So you've mentioned that we can mint one per wallet per chain. That's mean if I want to mint, I don't know, 3 passports because I have I don't know, mad scientist on Osmosis chain, and also I have expedition on Stargaze chain. Is that necessary to mint 2 passports, or it's enough to have only one, for example, on Stargaze, or it's better to have a passport on each chain? So how you see that?
So, I mean, really, one is enough. But you know, us degens, for me, I want one on every chain. Of course, that's me. You know, if it's on every chain, I want one on every chain because there is citizenship on the passport. So if I mint it an osmosis and the passport citizenship is osmosis, okay, then I want to mint one on, on Terra and have a Terra citizenship passport and so on. So for me, I want more, but you don't need more for the utility. But a lot of people are going to try to mint more, and I am one of those people.
So that's mean if I have uh, 4 NFTs from different chains allows me to join the third phase of that earlier access pass. I can mint, for example, Pioneer on Stargaze and 3 Genesis passports from another chain, Injective, Luna, and Terra. Is that correct?
You can mint Pioneer on all of them if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So yes,
I mean I can choose each chain what type of passport I want.
yes,
Mhm.
you can choose. Well, yes, exactly, because every time you mint, it's by itself. So if you mint one on osmosis, then you have to process that whole mint. You have to approve the transaction, so you can decide, do I want the Pioneer or not? Then when you go next to mint the next one on a different chain, you get to decide, do I want this one to be Pioneer or no? So
And
each time you get to decide, but I believe the collector's mint phase will go pretty quick. I think it's going to go fast, but we'll see.
I want my people to be prepared. What $5 fees for upgrade do I have to pay in Atom, in Osmo, or in the token of chain I am minting in?
Native chain,
Native chain.
whatever chain
Mhm.
you're minting on, and
Ребят,
we'll set the price based on USD value.
and also will be one additional in Atom. Okay, I got you. Well, thanks for all answers. You can continue with that third phase of mint.
Okay, so well, really, I mean that more or less concludes the collector's phase. Just know to unstake and know to be ready if you want to do the upgrade or not. Be ready to decide, and you can mint this phase. Now, I did see somebody is asking here. Zenya is asking about. It says first of all, when is now. Secondly, free on all chains. Thirdly, the fact. So it's if you're part of the free, you get one. If you have multiple NFTs from different communities or multiple NFTs from the same community, you can separate them to wallets. Like I have 15 skeleton punks. If I want, I can unstake all 15 and put them in 15 different wallets. It's up to me.
I will
So
translate
that's,
it. Mhm.
yeah.
And what about people who donated you one atom on Dora chain? They will be on the second phase or the third phase?
No, if you donated during the correct time for the AEZ grant,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you donated
just.
to that grant, that's the first phase. It's very important that you provided us with the information. So if you didn't go to the Ark server and you didn't already provide the transaction on Dora of the contribution and didn't provide us with your Neutron wallet address, you need to do it right away because otherwise you won't be on the list. And then when you go to try to do it, there's no way for us to know that you contributed. The contribution deadline was December 31st. So if you contributed to round 5 before December 31st, hurry up in the Arc server, open a ticket because we are going to cut off the deadline to submit that info.
I've explained with emotions everything, and also I see the question how they can check if their wallet is submitted. Do you have some type of Excel? I don't know.
Yes, yes. If you want to check, there is an Excel spreadsheet. Just come to our Discord and Raisin will share it with you. Raisin is one of our team members that has been handling the contributors, the AEZ contributors. Raisin has been handling it. Just come to the server and he will share with you the link to the spreadsheet and you can see if your Neutron wallet is there. If it's not there, hurry and open a ticket because we are going to have to stop collecting this information in the next couple days.
This
Yeah,
that
actually,
part clear.
Raisin is here. Raisin, can you share a link to that document right here in the stage? If
Uh,
you can, please do.
yeah. People right now will try to find it, and I will share it.
Yeah,
So,
no, Raisin has it. I think he'll be able to grab it real quick if he hears me.
or maybe he can do it.
There. Okay, he'll share the document. You can search the document with Control F and see if your wallet address is in the document.
So with Dora chain contribution right now we have clear, and you can continue with your idea.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so after the collector's phase, again, if you unstake, you do the collector's phase, you can decide if you want the Pioneer or the Genesis. Then we'll go to public if there's any NFTs left. If not, then this mint phase will finish and you will have an early access pass NFT in your wallet. It's an NFT. The NFT will have traits. If you paid for the Pioneer, it will say in that NFT, it will say on your early access pass in the traits, Pioneer. If you don't buy the Pioneer, your early access pass will say Genesis. Okay. Now the contributors get a free passport. So you're going to be part of the free mint if you are a contributor. Free passport. You do not have to pay for your passport if you were a contributor. This is a big difference from the rest. The rest of the early access pass, which is still important to get one if you want a passport, especially if you want Pioneer, the only way to get Pioneers, early access pass. Then you will have your early access pass NFT will give you access to the paid mints. Now the passport mint,
Stop.
I'm going to share this a little bit, but it's important to first understand this and worry about this. And this comes later. We're going to do this again.
And I need to explain that thing. One quick questions. To get that NFT, it will be second mint or it will be in the same time after the mint finish automatically?
The passport?
The second step, the blue one.
Okay.
EIP NFTs. So the first phase, mint phase finished, and after that phase finish, you received NFT automatically to your wallet. Is that correct?
Yeah. If you look, you see the blue square? You see the blue square on the screen?
Yes.
This is one phase, early access pass. If you mint the early access pass on the contributors phase, you will get an early access pass in your wallet. The reason it's different from here and here is because if you're a contributor, you get a free passport. But if you're community or collectors or public, you get access to the mint, but not for free. So this blue represents what's in your wallet if you participate in the early access pass mint. This is what's in your wallet.
I got you. So with that phase of mint, we're done. We understand everything completed. Right now it's clear and we can move to the next part.
Okay. The next phase, the passport. It's a completely separate mint from the early access pass. That means when the early access pass mint is over, there will be a few days before the passport mint will start. Okay? So if you have any of these early access pass in your wallet, they will give you access to one of these phases of passport mint. This again, the early access pass is an NFT. That means you can transfer it. You can move it around. You could do whatever you want with this. It's an NFT. But if you want to mint a passport, when you go to try to mint the passport, the launchpad will look in your wallet and see if you have this. And if you don't have this, you can't mint this. Okay?
That's clear. That part I explained them that without early access passport NFT, you cannot get access to the second mint. Gotcha.
Correct. So that's very important. Now, you see here, each early access pass goes to a different phase. So the early access pass that you have matters a lot for what phase you have access to. Okay? So if you were a contributor and when you went to mint, you did pay for the Pioneer upgrade, then you will get access to the free Pioneer mint for the passport. Because you're a contributor, you get a free passport. And if you pay the $5 for the Pioneer, you get the Pioneer passport. For if you don't pay for the Pioneer and you're a contributor, you can just mint the EAP for free, come to the free Genesis mint and mint a Genesis passport for free. That's the benefit of the contribution, the free Genesis. Okay? If you were not a contributor, but you're part of the community or the collector's mint, or if it goes to public and you're part of the public mint, the same thing. You can choose if you want to do the Pioneer and pay the $5, or if you want to do the Genesis and you don't pay extra. And then if you have one of these early access passes, you go to the discounted mint. It's $12 and you get the passport. So let's just say you minted with the $5 here. You still have to pay 12 more here to get the Pioneer passport. Only the contributors get the free one. That's the big benefit that we were doing. Now, if you don't do the Pioneer and you just do the Genesis, you don't pay for the EAP. It was free. But when you go to get your passport, you get a discount to 12. If you do not have an EAP, you can mint in public, but you cannot get a Pioneer. No Pioneer passport in public. Every one of these different types of early access pass gives a different XP. This experience points is a new thing that we're introducing, and experience points are going to have to do with interchain transfers and activities and interactions with your passport. And so we're starting the XP already from people who minted an early access pass. I think that's already a lot. Maybe translate.
So about minting process and XP we've done, and you can continue. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so the next thing that's important to talk about for the passport is a donation. We are going to have 7 tiers. The passport NFT has on it tiers, and it's labeled on the NFT. On the side of the NFT, there's levels, and you'll be able to see what tier you're on based on a donation. Now, it's important that you know you do not have to donate, but whoever donates the very most will have the tier 7. The tier 7 NFT will only be one. Nobody but the highest donation will have a tier 7 passport. Okay? I can't tell you exactly what this is going to be used for, but I can tell you that after the mint, the development team is going to look at who donated and how much. And then they're going to create a tier system from 0 to 7. And number 7 will only be one NFT. And the rest of the NFTs that donated will be from 0 to 6. Again, you don't have to donate, but if you want to get the tiers, this is the way to do it. All right?
So about donation, from what period of time donations is count? Because maybe people haven't donated you yet and want to donate right now, or maybe in November they donated you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain that thing one more time.
Let me explain. Okay. The donation has nothing to do with the AEZ contributions. This was separate. This is for the EAP. We did this just to promote the AEZ grant program. It was opportunistic. It was like, hey, this is going on right now, and our EAP is coming. Let's promote this by giving everyone who contributes a free EAP and a passport. But the donation is completely separate. And the only way to donate is during the mint. So if you have an early access pass and it gets you into the Pioneer Mint, right? You go to Mint and you can decide, do I want to donate extra money or no donation? The passport utility will be the same. The passport benefits will be almost the same, but higher tier might get a little bit better benefit, but it's not mandatory. So this donation will only take place during this mint, and you do not have to rush. You don't have to go fast. If you have access to this mint phase, you can go to mint, decide what you want to do, and go and mint and not rush because it's a guaranteed access mint. Okay? The supply for the early access pass is smaller than the supply for the passport. So if you have access to these phases with the early access pass, all of them are guaranteed mint. You just get slightly different access. So if you have an EAP for a free passport, you either have the Pioneer or the Genesis, it's free. So you go to Mint and you can decide to donate or no donate. It's up to you. If you have an early access pass for the paid passport mint, same thing. If you have a Pioneer that you're paying for, or you got a Pioneer that's free, they both go to the same place. You can donate or not donate during the mint. And the donation is going to be the tier. What tier is your NFT? The highest donation gets tier 7. Everyone else will be 0 to 6. No donation will be 0. It's not a big deal. This is again up to you.
So I repeated everything what in my vision that tiers only show your status, how much money you've donated to the Ark Protocol beginning of the launch pool. So it's not value on the utility. It's never mind if you have tier 5 or tier 2, the benefits and utility you have the same.
So yeah, the utility is the same. The passport utility is the same on all passports. All passports have the same utility. You'll be able to travel, see your NFTs. All the utilities the same. The only thing that's different, if you have Pioneer, if you have Genesis, if you have a high tier, the only difference is your perks, your benefits. That's where there's the biggest difference. If you want benefits, you want to get Genesis, you want to get Pioneer, you want to get a high tier. That's for the best benefits. But for utility, all the passports, even the community passport later that's going to be unlimited, is going to have the same utility. The utility is a public good. It's for everybody in the cosmos.
So, what limited interchange passports, including public passports for $15, will bring you benefits, and second collections will be infinite free for a Cosmos people.
Correct, with no benefit, just utility. So one last thing, and then I'll sum it up. We're almost done. Almost done. So the passport itself will have multiple traits. You'll have the passport trait. Is it a Genesis? Is it a Pioneer? Is it a community? The citizenship. Where's the passport from? What chain? Is it a osmosis citizenship? Is it a Cosmos citizenship? Is it a Stargate citizenship? That's going to be the citizenship. The tier, that's based on your donation. Experience is based on a few things. Experience is what phase, but also experience will be what did you do? Did you move your NFT around? Did you send it to different chains? Did you send it back? How many things did you do? Every time you do something, you get experience points. And then the badges. Badges also come with specific things like moving your NFT to different chains and minting the NFT on certain chains give you certain badges. Okay, and all that's going to be basically something that you're gonna see it as it's happening. It's going to be easier to understand the badges later, but these are the different traits on the passport. So that sums up your passport. But really, the most important right now is the early access pass. Understand where you fit. Understand if you need to unstake. Understand if you need to separate NFTs to different wallets, and understand what kind of early access pass you're getting so that you're prepared for the passport, which is going to be maybe 5 days, maybe 1 week after the EAP finishes.
Alright. Ребят, последняя важная вещь — это трейты паспортов. Thank you so much that you've moved back. It's appreciated. Thank you. That's very comfortable. I just mentioned that if in compare with real passport, if you're traveling to another countries on the border, they give you a stamp.
Yes.
This is the same thing, correct?
Correct. The badges is going to be like a real passport if you go and they give you a stamp. Like if you were a contributor, you're already going to have badges, stamps, AEZ, and early access pass. Okay. But if you're just public, look, there's no badge in public because you didn't do the early access. You didn't do the AEZ. So how are you going to have the stamps? You didn't go there. But if you go there, boom, you get your stamps in your passport. It's already going to be, and the badges is really the trait. That's a trait. So then the platform can read what traits you have on any NFT, and benefits and access and anything in the future can be based on your traits.
That's it. I think I've mentioned everything you told me, because I'm also half not Mad Scientist, Galactic Syndicate, Galactic Miner Club in staking right now. After the session, I will jump in and unstake it because I also want Luna.
I need to unstake my NFTs too. I'm not gonna unstake all of mine because I'm not gonna go crazy. But even as a founder, I still love to mint. So I'm still going to mint. I think 2 wallets. I'm going to mint, and I'm going to try to mint 1 passport on every chain. That's what I want to do. But everybody, you can do whatever you want.
Let's speak one more time about chains. I will mention it, and you say yes or no. Cosmos, is that correct?
Well, first of all, everything is home chain Cosmos now, because when we have the launchpad, it's going to be the first launchpad on Cosmos. So if you mint on the new launchpad, the home chain will be Cosmos. But let's just say you decide I want to mint Stargaze. So you're going to mint stars. Well, in the system, we'll first mint it on Cosmos home chain and send it to stars for you automatic.
So okay.
That's how the smart contract works.
That's clear. So it will be Stargaze, Cosmos, Omniflix. It will be Luna and Osmosis. 6 chains. If I miss something,
Correct.
please add me. Only 6 chains.
Correct. 6 chains, and we're going to list all the chains. We're going to list all the different collections that have access. We're going to make these lists today. I want to post all this announcements. We're going to announce the mint dates for EAP, and we're going to announce what collections, and we're going to announce what chains. So that way anybody can look in our announcement and see the answers to these questions. Because even if I tell you everything now, you're not going to remember everything. Not everybody will remember, you know?
Yeah, sure, of course. Also, I have a question about yesterday's announcement about what projects are included in the third phase of Early Access Passport. They told me that the most active community will get some additional rewards. Can you please explain us what it is and act people to do something to win that competition?
Wait, the competition for what? I didn't
Bec-
understand.
I received in the ticket information, but the most active community, which received the most likes, reports, tweets, and comments, will get some benefits. Do you know something about that?
Okay, now we have a Twitter competition,
Yeah.
and
I'm
we
speaking
tagged
about it.
communities. Was Expedition tagged as well? I believe so.
Yes, we are.
Uh,
What's why I'm
very good.
asking what
So,
rewards will be for the most active community?
yeah, the most active community is going to get, I think, 10 free mints. I have to double check exactly to be sure, but the winners will get 10 free mints. Let me double check because it's actually in the tweet. So give me 1 second because we talked about this in the server, but we talk about so much. Okay. Winners.
Кто наберет
Okay,
больше
first
всего?
place, 10 free mints for the Genesis passport. Second place, 20 additional spots for the EAP free mint phase 2. So, 10 free mints, the same as this contributors. We will probably just give those 10 mints access. Those 10 wallets will get access to this mint phase, the EAZ mint phase, so that they can get their free Genesis or pay $5 for the upgrade and get the free Pioneer.
All right.
So, and then I will share a link to the actual first Twitter post showing that.
Ребят, я сейчас...
Oh, thank you. Oh, shit. Raisin already posted it here in chat too. Thank you, Raisin. Yeah, 10
Amazing.
free mints for the Genesis. Second place, 20 free EAPs.
Also, thank you also for sharing that, because competition is always good, and I love all 10 projects are included on the third place, and I think that competition will be like Olympic Games, and we will show only that we are very active and friendly and unite in Cosmos, and all communities work and follow each other.
Awesome. Well, as a thank you for your support, I just went ahead and liked, retweeted, and commented on Expedition's post to give you just one more. So yeah, I did for my personal Twitter. So
You're
you
amazing,
know,
buddy.
every interaction counts, every engagement counts for this competition. So I'm just trying to contribute to you guys a little bit here as well.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
yeah, no problem. Thank you guys.
All
But
right.
but yeah, that's everything. Just be ready for the early access pass, guys. Get ready. Make sure if you're part of the free contributors, make sure you get in the server fast and get your Dora Hacks transaction and open a ticket and get us the information. If you're going to be in the collectors, unstake your NFT and be ready. People ask me, why do I have to unstake? I tell them it's an unstake benefit. You know, you get staking benefits. Well, with Ark, for this EAP, you get unstake benefits. So
All
reverse
right.
benefit.
I think right now it's completely clear, because before that we understand nothing. What stages, what is AIP, how it will. Right now it's clear completely. I
Yep.
think people
Yep.
also understand that. But the most
Very good.
important thing, we have already our passport. Pioneers, for example, with tier 5, I don't know. We have it on the wallet, mint ended. Right now is March. What for is that passport? How I can use it in my life? The most important thing. Tell us about that.
Wait, the passport, our passport NFT, how you can use it?
Yes, utility.
Okay. So the passport NFT will be interactive. You'll be able to not only hold the NFT, the passport, but on our user interface on the Ark website, there's going to be a passport page. And it's going to be similar to, say, like your profile page. Only the passport itself will hold and show you all of your NFTs. It will have a spot where you can put in all of your wallet address there. Because the passport saves everything in the metadata that you do, all of your settings, anything you update in your passport will be saved. So your passport, like a regular passport, has a picture. You can put any picture you want there, any PFP. Like my PFP, I thought about changing it because to represent Ark, but everybody knows my PFP is me. So that's my identity. So when I have a passport, I'm going to put that picture in there. It's going to save that in the metadata. Anywhere I send my passport, anything I do with my passport is going to remember that setting. It's going to remember what I did in there. So the passport is going to be interactive. You're going to be able to store information in there a little bit. You're going to be able to look at the different pages. You're going to be able to travel and get your XP and your badges. But then one step more is going to be communities. If you're a creator, you have an NFT project, and I have a passport, and in my passport, I'm holding an NFT from your project, you will be able, as a creator, to work with Ark to put announcements in the passport. Okay? That's just one use case. Because the passport is going to be on the new CW NFT contract, the new NFT contract for Cosmos is going to allow us to have the NFT evolve, is going to allow us to make changes. So the initial use cases, of course, like I said, your PFP, traveling, stamps, information from projects, all can be right in the passport. You'll be able to interact directly with the passport on our user interface. And
Uh,
there's two more things about the passport that you can tell them that are also very interesting. I am very bullish about. First, any new chains that we add to our interchain technologies, because we have to put our contracts on their chain. If a new chain comes to us, Cosmos chain says, I want interchain, and we have to put our contracts there. So with our passport, that chain can incentivize users to interact with their blockchain, meaning because the contract sees and records all movements, a new chain can say, if you send your passport to my chain and I don't know, maybe click a claim button and sign a transaction, they can incentivize it. They could say, we'll give you this or we'll do this if you come to us. So the passport opens the door to any kind of creative incentives. Any chain can say, I'll give you this if you do this, and the passport can track it. The passport will store that information in the metadata, and then that chain can query the passports that did these tasks to get the benefit. So that's one really cool thing. And of course, the other thing is, guys, we have a PFP mint after the passport. It's going to happen a little bit later. It's going to be the first PFP in the Cosmos. Those who have Genesis and Pioneer most likely will all have access. So those are two things that make me bullish on the passport.
I also wanted to ask you about some alpha about your PFP collection, but you already mentioned that. Thank you so much. I don't have to ask you about it.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I don't want to give too much information to not confuse people too.
Yeah, but that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want me to sprinkle some alpha that make you guys bullish, I can tell you this. Okay. AA DAO has been supporting us and is helping fund a little bit of what we're doing. And once we have all this launched and AA DAO has done what they can do for us because they're limited, okay, the Cosmos Hub is going to step in and support what Ark is building as well. So we're going to be the first interchain launchpad, first PFP collection on the Cosmos. We're basically we're bringing value and we're bringing an ecosystem of NFTs to Atom. In the past, Atom didn't want to do these things. They wanted to help the rest of the Cosmos build. But now Atom realizes that without NFT, they are actually losing a potential. So NFTs grow ecos, NFTs bring value, and that's what Ark is bringing to the Cosmos Hub. We want to be the interchain hub for all of the Cosmos.
I have also one interesting question because Cosmos is full of drama and don't think nothing about that. But are you planning to make your own marketplace on Cosmos Hub? You can make a transactions, proof all payments in Atom, or you don't have such a plans?
Well, right now, any plans of a marketplace is on hold. The first thing we have to do is launch the launchpad and get collections live on Atom. That doesn't mean we're not considering or looking at the possibility of a marketplace, but once everything is up and running, once the launchpad is done, the collections are live, we need to see if there's a reason to build a marketplace on Cosmos Hub or not. Maybe we don't need it yet. Maybe the Cosmos doesn't need it. So we're not saying yes or no, but if we build a marketplace, you'll be able to buy and sell NFTs at any coin that's IBC compatible. That's one of the many chains that we have. So if we do have a marketplace, you won't be limited to buying and selling NFTs in any specific coin. You'll be able to buy an NFT that somebody is selling from Atom, and you'll be able to buy it in Stargaze in Stars and have it sent over to your Stargaze wallet because the interchain utility is built in a way that that's the whole point is to unite the cosmos. It shouldn't matter if you like Stars and I like Neutron. I should be able to buy and sell in Neutron no matter what NFT, and you should be able to buy and sell in Stars no matter what NFT. So are we building a market? Maybe, but we don't have a definitive answer because we want to bring value. So only if there's value in it for the cosmos, we will do it. But if there's no value, we will simply collaborate and partner up like we already have with different already existing platforms like Stargaze Zone. We've worked very closely with them a lot. I know, like you said, there was some FUD in the social media, but as you see, Stargaze is on the list. Stargaze validators voted yes for interchain utilities on Stargaze. We had double the quorum. You need 20% vote. We got 40% voted. And they said, yes, we want Ark to bring this technology to Stargaze. So we're bringing value to everybody. Even if you see FUD, we're still going to make Stargaze bigger and better for them because we're neutral. We're here to build. We're here to offer public goods. We're not here to really compete like that. So behind the scene, we're always talking to them. And if you paid attention closely in the social media, at first it seemed a little bit like, whoa. But then if you followed it, you saw, oh, wait, it all got.
I love your vibe. I really want to support Ark Protocol because I have the same vision about Cosmos, what people have to be united. I'm making my own collaborations with Ori Chain, with other protocols out of Stargaze, and I think everything might be work with everything. And I really want and see the future of NFTs, that I can use them in the DeFi protocols. For example, I can get a discount on Osmosis if I have Expedition NFT on the fees. I just maybe, I don't know, stake with the help of Passport of Ark Protocol on Osmosis my Expedition NFT from Stargaze and get some discounts on DEX, or for example discounts for a leasing protocols. I don't know. That's my vision of future of NFTs, that DeFi can strongly work with NFTs. It's my vision of the future, how it will work.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's the vibe. Unity. We want to unite. And like I said many times, and I repeat it a lot so people understand, it's a public good. Everybody will have access, just like any platform that you go to use it to do anything, like Osmosis. If you want to swap, everybody can go. Same thing with Ark. Everybody's going to be able to come and use interchain utilities. Everybody can get a passport. Everyone can use our platform, and it's open source. We're not locking anything. And Ark Protocol utilities and Ark Protocol Launchpad is all going to be governed in a DAO. So we're not even going to just have full centralized control. It's going to be a DAO structure so that there's more than one person involved. And even if Ark has an issue, the DAO will still govern, the utilities.
Well, I want one more thing. I think you can share that alpha about marketplace will support your Genesis collection PFP on Atom because you've mentioned that you're not planning to make your own marketplace. That's mean I can buy or sell your NFT on Stargaze maybe or some other marketplace. Please share some
Correct.
also.
Yeah, you'll have to move the NFT to a chain with a marketplace. For example, Superbolt. I don't know if you guys have heard of Superbolt.
Something on
It's
Neutron, not launch yet.
Neutron. We work a little bit with them. We're talking to them all the time because Rebel DeFi is a part of that project, and Stargaze Zone, of course, should be compatible as well. But yeah, I mean, you'll have the opportunity to move your NFT and sell it anytime you want.
I think that's it. Maybe you have something to add and conclude.
No, no. I mean, somebody asked about when we're going to announce the winners. Right now, you guys are in third place. As of 2 hours ago, we posted a tweet that says DeFi Geeks is in first place, OmniFlix is in second place, and Expedition is in third place. So if you could get your community to rally, get your community to get out there and do more. The contest closes Saturday, so the contest closes in 2 days, and at 2 p.m. UTC. And the tweet for this is right on the Ark. Let me copy the link and I'll just post it here for you guys. There we go. Wait, what is Dr. Off asking? I'll just answer his question at least. But that's everything.
So I've pushed it, and I think I will make also one more announcement by the text. People who missed our session to explain them everything like that.
Yeah, no, I understand Dr. Off's question. Anybody who won a free mint through the community phase where we gave each community so many to give away, raffle, or however they do their giveaway. He's asking, is there a way to check for a list for that? I tagged Raisin, my go-to guy, our team member that's handling this, along with Elo. And I'm pretty sure that we should be able to have a spreadsheet that we can share for you guys to check.
Much appreciated.
Awesome, awesome.
So Scotty, thank you so much. I think I will cut this video as soon as possible and public it. If you want, I can share that because here were a lot of good information. I also recorded all graphs you've shared on your screen, and people can look at it. And I think they will find all answers about Ark Protocol Passport Mint. Thank you so much to having you today, and much appreciated.
All right. Хорошо. Спасибо.
Спасибо тебе
Спасибо.
большое. Рад тебя видеть.
Awesome, awesome. You guys have a great day. Thank you, everybody, for your time. Really, I know your time is important. So thank you, Spasibo. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time because it was very useful to hear all information about you from you personally. Because without you, I think we will lost in that. Because before it was too complicated. Right now it's very easy to understand. We are grateful to have you. If you after the mint, I want you invite you one more time to share your results, your feelings after the mint. But for now, I wish you to work hard to make that mint successful without any lags, and hope everything will be good and you will run the game change on the Cosmos Hub ecosystem and make the first launch pad of NFT collections. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.